What's up, YouTube? Georgia Silver Hunter back with another coin roll hunt video. What you see in front of you is what I was originally going to film, and I actually did film it, but there was nothing really all that interesting about the video, so we're going to can it. I was able to find 4 rolls of US Mint Direct, at least that's what these said, rolls of 2000p Sacagaweas, and I looked through them all for the Wounded Eagle and for the Cheerios variant, and we found nothing. So I'm not going to post a video just for these Sacagaweas. It was fun to look through them. I've never hunted dollars, but it was kind of neat. Instead, what we're going to do today is my very first nickel hunt. I've already opened the box, and I know they're circulated, so I'm excited to get into them. So let's do it. So before we get into these rolls, I do want to remind everyone that I am in the middle of my March to 500 subscribers giveaway. So I'm going to post a link to the video right there. You should go check it out. You can watch a short little video. You can learn about everything that I'm doing. I'm giving away 7 different numismatic or silver prizes as giveaways. Go check that video out, give it a watch, leave me a comment, make sure you're entered because I want to make sure you are able to win some pretty sweet silver. Now this is my very first full box nickel hunt. I have done a live stream in the past where I found a bunch of rolls of nickels from a collection dump at a Wells Fargo, and I was loaded full of buffaloes and war nickels and all that kind of good stuff. So this will be my first time doing bank wrap rolls. I have already checked them. We do have a good set of circulated nickels, so there should be quite a good variety of nickels in here. And this will be the beginning of a nickel book. I don't actually have the book yet. I still need to go buy it. So what I'm going to be doing with this is separating all of these nickels into decades and picking out the best ones. But what I'm going to do for you guys is bring you in on the important stuff. So if we find buffaloes, if we find war nickels, if we find key dates or semi-key dates, or just especially nice looking nickels, I will bring you guys in. All right? So let me get these things set up and let me get into these rolls, and hopefully I get to bring you in early and often. So I just finished sorting my first roll, and to give you guys an idea of a breakdown of what we're looking at here, those were all of the 2010s up to 2020. Those are all year 2000s. We had a bunch of 90s, 180, 170, and a couple of 60s. So we are getting a decent mix of nickels. Hopefully we get more as we go around the mat this way, as we get a little bit deeper into these rolls. So I just ripped into roll number 3, and we have what appears to be a little silver in here. I haven't finished peeling the paper off of this. Let's see if we have anything down on the other end. I don't see anything else. Let's check it out. I already see the P on the back. We do. 1942, Philadelphia. Oh, dropped it. Sorry, guys. Let's try that again. 1942. P. Awesome. I'll take silver all day long. That's going to go up here. Back up here. That'll go up next to the box as a find. Same roll as that silver war nickel. We have our first 40s nickel, a 1940. Looks like Philadelphia. I don't see a mint mark on it. So we have a 1940. So we are on roll, I believe, 8. And we have come up with a, not in great shape, but a 1955 Philly, which I believe is a semi-key date. So it doesn't appear to be in great shape, but it is a 1955, and I'll take it. Because it's a semi-key date, I'm going to put it up here next to my silver as a find. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put my 40 up there as well, so they won't have their own little piles. All right, well, let me get back to this hunt. So we are on roll number 12, and we have our first foreign. It looks like it is a, oops, I dropped it. Where'd it go? There it is. Looks like it is a 1 Mexican peso. So we'll put that up there as a find. It's a foreign. It's our first foreign of the box. Goes up there nicely with our silver, our 40, and our 50. I've had to move the 20s down into a box, so now I've got, the 2010s and up into a box. Those are my 2000s, 90s, 80s, 70s, and 60s, and it's getting kind of crowded. So I think at some point I'm going to have to go get some bowls and start sorting those off of this table because I'm running out of room. But it's been fun so far. So we are on roll 13, and I'm doing a little bit of a reenactment here because I got this green one and was desperately trying to read the date. And in the background, much like in this photo, that one looked a little bit funny to me. And sure enough, it is a 1943 P silver war nickel. So we're going to put that up there. Well, actually, before we do that, let's see if it's a 43/2. Let's check it for that, because I actually have found one of those before. Pardon me while I try to do this. And I can show you here, it is not the 3/2. I do have a 3/2 flipped up that I found in the past. I'll show it to you right here. I've got this flipped up from that dump that I found a couple of months ago. Let's see here. Here it is, and for you nickel guys, you can tell me what you think, but that to me looks like the 3/2 variety. Would love your comment down below, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Let me get back to the hunt. We're good with 2 silver war nickels. Same roll as that last war nickel. We have our second 40s nickel. It's pretty worn. It is a 46. Looks like Philadelphia. We'll put it up here with our other 40s. Same roll, but towards the end, we have another find, a 1958 D mint mark. We'll put that up here with our other 50s. Couple left in this roll and on to roll 14. So we're on roll 17 and we have another find. It is a 1958. Oh, let me flip it. Come on, you can do it. 1958 Denver. I think we already have one of those, but it's all right. It's still a 50s nickel. Now we have some choices. Let's see what this roll has left for us. So we're on roll 23 and I'm bringing in, we have another 1950s. Let's see if I can get this to focus for you guys. 1952. Looks like a Denver. No, that's a 52S. That's a fun find. 1952 San Francisco. All right, we'll put that with the rest of our 50s and keep on hunting. Very next roll, roll 24. Bringing you in, we have another find. Move that back so we have a little light. 1959 Denver. So that makes it 5 50s for the hunt so far, 2 40s, and, or really, yeah, 2 40s and 2 war nickels, which are technically 40s as well. Let me get back to this roll. Hopefully I can bring you in at least one more time. Yep, same roll. I figured I'd be bringing you in. I saw a couple of wonky looking edges, so I thought we might have one more, and we did. We ended up with a 1989 Canadian nickel. So we'll put that up there with our peso. So we now have 2 foreigns on the box. So bringing you in on the very next roll, roll 25. And as we were peeling them back, we saw not the new buffalo, but the old one. I don't see a mint mark, so I'm guessing it's Philadelphia. It's not going to be a 3-leg variety, and it is a full date, 1935. This might be the nicest dated buffalo I have. That's pretty cool. We'll put that up here next to our silvers. So here we are on roll 30. I have a right mess around me here. But I wanted to bring you in because I found another 40s nickel. 1948 Philadelphia. We'll put that up here with our rest of our 40s. And apologies if some of these are key dates and I don't know them. It's because I don't hunt a lot of nickels, and we'll figure that out towards the end. And hopefully we have something special there. So if you're screaming at me through the TV there, through the monitor, don't worry, we'll figure it out in the end, all right? So let me get back to these nickels. Hopefully I'll bring you in again. Same roll, last 3 coins. We got a shiny 2018 behind it, but right in front of it, another pretty worn 1948. Another Denver. There we go. We're up to 4 40s on the bunch, or on the hunt. Let's see, what do we have here? And a 1989 going in the 80s bin. All right, 20 rolls left. Let me back up so you can see them. We got 20 left in that box. This has been a lot of fun. Real different than halves and quarters. Highly recommended if you've never hunted nickels before. Roll 31. And I'll be honest with you guys, I already had to pick it up because I had to put it under the scope. I couldn't tell if this was a 58 or a 38. But here with my camera, you can see very clearly it is a 1938. It's in god-awful shape, but it is a 30s nickel. And it looks like it is a Philadelphia. So I need to do some reading on this one, and we'll recap it at the end if it turns out to be anything special. Even if it is, that is a pretty horrible condition coin. But we'll put it up here next to our Buffalo and our War Nickels. All right, let's see if this roll has anything else for us to find. 95, nobody cares. All right, I'll let you guys go. I'll roll 34, I believe. And very first nickel out, we have a 1952. Looks like a Denver. Another 50's fine for the box. And I will clean up my mess here shortly because I'm running out of space. Seriously, I mean it this time. So here we are on roll 36. And we have another find, a 1946. Looks like Philly. 1946 Philly. I'm on roll 37, and we have another find, but this one hurts my feelings a little bit. Somebody looks like they either painted or colored this 1954. Looks like a Denver. Yep, that's going to be a Denver. They painted the front and the back. Must have been a fun art project. It's still a 50s nickel, so we'll put it aside, but it's probably not going to end up in any books. So we are on roll 40. We're about halfway through the roll. We have another find. It is a 1959 Denver. So on to roll 41. We have another find. It's another 19, looks like a 59, if I get the camera to zoom in there. 1959, and this one looks like, I'm having a hard time here, I need to zoom in a little bit more. What do we have here? Looks like a 1959 P. Oh, I'm sorry, that is a 1939 P. And I know the 39, there is a DDR, and at the end, I will be taking a look at all of these to see if we have key dates or any DDOs or DDRs that we need to look at, and we'll get those under the scope if we find something for you, all right? So for now, we're gonna put this down here with our 38. Well, we are now done hunting our first nickel box, and this wrap-up's gonna take a little while, simply because I wanted to show you guys, if you've never hunted one and you get a circulated box, this may be typical, it may not, but this is the nickel box. And it's probably close to half full of just 2011 through 2020 nickels. Okay, so from there, let me get this box off the table and I'll bring you right back. Give me a sec. From there, we are looking at nearly an entire, I forget what they called these. These were college beer cups. What do they call these? Dixie cups, pilots. I forget what they're called. Anyway, we used to drink lots of beer out of these in college. Almost one whole full one from 2000 to 2010. Again, almost full, slightly less, but 1990 to 1999. And as you can imagine, this gets smaller and smaller as we go down. We have about half full in the 80s, In the 70s, we are maybe a third full. And when we get to the 60s, we are probably even less than that, maybe a fifth of a cup into the 60s. So that was my experience in this first completely circulated nickel box. Now let's get over to some of the finds. So to wrap up the wrap-up, let's go through all of our finds. We'll talk about if there's anything horribly special in here, at least as far as I understand it. And if I'm wrong, please leave me a comment down below this video. Let me know I'm an idiot and that I need to learn more about nickels. And I'm okay with that because it's my first box. So we'll start with the junk. We did get 2 really badly worn nickels. So worn that even under the scope, I couldn't get a date off of them, and I could probably scrub at them to get a date or a mint mark, but I don't know if I care enough to do that. We did get 1 dime and 1 penny in place of 2 nickels, so we made a penny on the deal. I'll take that all day long. We had 2 1952 nickels, both in okay shape. I believe we had 1 Denver and 1 S mint mark, so 1 San Francisco. We had a painted 1954D. We also ended up with a 1955 Philadelphia semi-key date nickel. We had 2 1958s, 1 Denver. Actually, I think both were Denver. I think that looks like 2 Denvers. We had 2 1959s, 1 Denver, and another Denver. Oops, I'm dropping stuff. We had 2 foreigns on the hunt. We had a Canadian nickel, 1989 it looks like, and a 1 Mexican peso. Moving on down into the 40s, we had a 1940 Philadelphia. We had 2 1946s, one in obviously better shape than the other, and it appears both were Philadelphia. We had a 1947 Philadelphia. And we had 2 1948s. One from Philadelphia and the other one from Denver. For me, because I'm kind of a silver guy, these were my favorite finds of the bunch. We did end up with 2 silver war nickels, 35% silver. I haven't looked at spot price today, but each one of these guys is probably $1.30 to $1.40 in silver. Let's see, I think they were both Philadelphia mint mark as well. Yes, they were. So I'm very excited about free silver. And then I did have a 1938 and a 1939, neither one in very good shape, and both from Philadelphia. Just double checking, yep, that one's Philadelphia and that one's Philadelphia. And then lastly, also very excited about this because I have quite a number of dateless Buffalo nickels, and I have probably a roll and a half, 2 rolls of semi-dated nickels where you can see sort of the last 2 digits or the 3rd digit and part of the 4th. But to find this one in the hunt in the shape that it's in, very excited to get a full date 1935 Buffalo nickel. So all in all, I had a lot of fun. As I said, this is really going to be kind of part 1 because I am putting all of those nickels aside. We'll sort through them, and I'm going to start a book of nickels. So I will do another video once I have a chance to actually purchase that book and show you how much of it I was able to fill in off of a single box of nickels, realizing that some of those fills will be nickels that are in pretty bad shape, but I'm okay with that for a first box. So anyway, that's my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've made it this far, and it probably is kind of a long video, please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new and you haven't done it already, and leave me a comment down below to let me know whether you liked this video or you didn't. Either way, I'm okay with it. I love to hear from the audience. So with that, I look forward to making the next video, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the comments down below. Take care.